Hi, my name's Keith Cooper from Northlight Images. This is a short video looking at some aspects of how I'm going to be doing some future videos and different bits of that. I've got a device to test here, which I've been using. Now this is a Feelworld FW568 monitor. Now up front, this is one that I've been given, so other monitors are available. But why was I after a monitor? Sometimes I record video with a second camera, and this is a Canon 5DS, and there's no way with my normal eyesight I can easily use the screen on the back of that. The screen on the EOS RP that I'm using for shooting this at the moment is better, and I can tilt that out facing forward. But even so, I have mounted this particular monitor on top of the camera, and it's easier for me to use. But what I was specifically thinking of when I was doing it is using it up in a setup like this. Now, I've got the camera set up here. This is an HDMI lead. It's going into the little monitor here. Now, the monitor is an HD monitor, but it plays 4K, samples it, looks fine. I can't see much difference for it. But then remember, my videos, I'm an architectural, industrial photographer, stills photographer. I don't do video for a living. So hence my caveats about the kinds of kit you might want to do if you're doing professional video. Now, the HDMI lead for this is plugged into this, and I've taken the HDMI out lead, and these are full-size HDMIs, into this monitor at the back here. And as you can see, things are showing it. You can see the movement and everything like that. Now, the monitor here is calibrated to REC 709. That's fine for, it's what I use for my doing my videos. This little monitor here, and it's quite light, and it's battery powered. At the moment, I'm showing on it all waveforms. So it's got histogram, it's got waveforms, it shows the color as well. Now, I just put that back there so it's visible. You'll see it's got a side clamp on it as well. That allows you to fit it on a camera. If I had one complaint about this, this feels a little flimsy. If I'm putting it on monitors, I have to be a bit careful with it. There are other ways of mounting it, and I think if I was using it for an outdoor rig, I would use a more solid means of mounting. Now, the whole lot does go in a nice little case for that there. Comes with an HDMI lead, but the HDMI lead it comes with is a micro one. This has a mini one on it. The EOS RP has a mini, so it's a matter of adapters or different leads. I've got other leads I can use for it. Now, you can see it's got a hood on it. Now, that's quite nice. I've used this out in the conservatory. And the view of that, let's just see, is the hood there. It clips on with Velcro. Now, if you take it off, the bit of the Velcro is still there, which is a bit irksome, but it's hardly a big problem. And it's nice and easy to take on, put off, and the whole lot fits inside here. Now, I mentioned its battery. It does have DC inputs, DC outputs as well. The battery on the back, this is a Sony design battery. I can't remember its name, FW570 or something like that. It clips in. This is one that comes with it. There's a button here. There's a release button for it, and it just slots in. This particular battery that comes with it is USB-C charging, so you just plug a USB-C into it and it will charge. You don't need a separate charger. Interesting bit is there is at the other end of this, there's an adapter to use the exact same battery that's inside my 5DS here, and that I've got several of. So at a push, I can use that. There's power out from this. Now, this 5DS is being run with a dummy battery off mains, but you could power this off this. How long all your batteries would last together, I don't know. It's not something we want to try, but batteries are easy to handle. The thing itself is nice. It's warm. It's been running. I've had it running now for perhaps half an hour or so here while I've been just playing around and setting stuff up. It's got lots of functions in it. As you can see, the functions that show on here on the screen don't show on the HDMI pass-through. So that is the HDMI from the camera, and I can see sound levels that this is actually picking stuff up. So I'm not recording on this, but that's showing that. But the buttons along the top, there's a lot of buttons, power, and then a load of menu presets, and then menu buttons. If I had a preference, I'd like the power button to be embossed in some way, just so I could feel which one it is. Now it's the end button, so it's easy to do. But I can turn off the various functions, so there's a menu for it. As I say, it doesn't appear up there, but that's got rid of all the waveforms. So we've now got the same one here. You can preset these bits here to whatever you want on it. There's a focus assist. Now, interesting, the focus assist shows here, obviously doesn't show on the HDMI pass-through. I've got overexposure, got zebras, so that will show me for overexposure areas. It's telling me that this box is overexposed. I think it's at the top end of exposure, looking at the other bits, but we can turn the overexposure waves off there, and we're back to the waveforms. So it's, you know, as I say, other ones are available, but it's very nice and easy. It does what I want, and it ain't going to break the bank. I'm sure if you're going to get into professional video production, and once this channel hits, oh, I don't know, let's say 500,000 or some other ludicrous number like that, I may well upgrade the video kit. But at the moment, this is actually very helpful. I'd originally assumed I was going to be using it on top of the EOS RP here for it, but it wasn't until I realised just how awkward it is to use this DSLR and use the screen on the back. And I thought, yeah, longer HDMI lead, another HDMI, yeah, it's turned out, it's actually, and it's just one of those things that's easy to use. So there you go. Thanks to somebody, Andy Sinney, asking me if I'd like to have a look at it, and I do appreciate that. It works. I say it's hard for me to find things wrong with it. I say the only thing I'd prefer a slightly more robust attachment, but you can remove this and put your own attachment on it, and it's got 1/4" threads and stuff like that. So if you were using it more seriously, as it were, then I'm sure you'd find ways around it there. But good cut everything. So there you have it. That's one of the tools I use for making the videos. Hope that's of some interest, and thanks for watching. And if you've got any questions, do let me know. I always appreciate questions. It's people asking stuff about this that gives me ideas. Thanks.